Suzanne V. Farungo, and I'm in HR practice. I'm here to talk to you today about how to excel in your job. Module 1, Gearing Up for a Successful First Job and Onwards. Even before you join a company, it is advisable to know the vision, mission, and values of that organization. A quick online research will be useful to know the history, people, and strategic plan of the company. It is always better to ensure that your personal values are aligned with what the company you will work with generally stands for. Once you get hired and start a new chapter in your life, there are a few things that should be planned. It is extremely crucial to map out your understanding of what you need to do as an employee of an organization, how you can contribute to the company's growth, but also seek opportunities to grow your own skill sets. This module will help you craft a framework of how you can succeed at your job and prepare for a career progression. A. Understanding the job. Usually, a job description will be provided during the hiring process. It should describe the roles, responsibilities of the job, the competencies, skills expected of one performing the job, the reporting line and team structure pertaining to the job. If any aspect of the job description is not clear to you, take the initiative to ask. Do not be afraid or feel embarrassed to raise questions. Asking for clarification will generally be regarded as a positive trait, as from one with confidence, initiative, and genuine desire to understand and learn. Understanding the organizational structure of the job gives you an insight into the people that you will need to interact and work with, whether within your team reporting line or outside your unit or department. This will also provide you a growing understanding of the business and how the different roles, including yours, come together to achieve business objectives. B. Identify the key results areas. When you join a company, be clear about the key results areas, also called performance objectives or goals, based on the role and the responsibility of your job. Ideally, this should be discussed with you by your supervisor or manager within the initial days of your joining. Your goals will define what you need to accomplish on a day-to-day basis, the quality of the work that you deliver, the requirement of your customers that you are to fulfill. Create SMART goals. Goals are important in any job and even in life in general. Goals provide the benchmark against which we measure performance or accomplishment, how near or far we are to achieving success. Goals must be SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, results-oriented, and time-bound. Specific. Goals should be clear and precise. Avoid general and vague statements. Measurable. You have to ensure that progress against a goal can be tracked or reassured either formally through specific quantitative or qualitative measures or on an informal basis such as milestones or events. Achievable. Managers and employees should work together to establish achievable and attainable goals. Goals should stretch and challenge individuals, yet remain achievable within the scope of the role and with the resources you have available. Results-oriented. Individual goals should align with the business goals, budgets, and other strategies of the company. Where goals are mutually agreed, there is likely to be a greater sense of ownership and motivation to achieve them. Lastly, time-bound. Goals should have a defined period in which they should be achieved, with a clear indication of what is expected and by when. Here's one example of a SMART goal. Achieve sales targets of 1 million pesos in 12 months. Another example is complete phase 1 of project Career Engine by end of December 2017. C. Work ethics. How to conduct yourself at work. Work hours are usually 40 to 48 per week. This translates to about one third of your day or life in total spent in the workplace. It is therefore important that you make this time to be productive and a positive experience for you and your work colleagues. Here are some key elements to help you achieve that. Number one, punctuality. While some companies have flexible work hours, most organizations adhere to strict work schedules. Coming to work and on meetings on time project positive work habits and good planning. Keep in mind that tardiness does not only convey lack of time management, but also lack of respect. The same proper time adherence must be practiced for lunch and break hours, as well as for when the workday ends. Number two, adherence to dress code. Dress professionally and keep yourself groomed and tidy. Being fashionable is not as important as being proper, respectful looking, and neat in your attire. Endeavor to always follow office decorum, even on dress down days. Number three, use of company property. The company may heavily invest on items such as personal computers, laptops, printers, mobile phones, and other gadgets that may be made available to you for regular use. Handle these company assets and tools with care, as if they are your own. In the same way, use office supplies like paper, pens, even staples in an efficient manner, conscientiously keeping in mind that these are company resources entrusted to you to help you in your job. Number four, know and uphold company policies. There are sets of guidelines that companies would compile into what is commonly called employee handbook. While not all companies would readily give out a copy to new employees, the policies contained in the handbook are usually aligned with Philippine labor code and industry practices. As a new employee, you must take time to read and understand these important materials. The following are some of the most common policies and practices that you need to be aware of. Ask for guidance from your supervisor or manager if you are not clear on any aspect of your company policies. 1. Paid leaves. Vacation leaves must be filed and approved before use. Sick leaves must be filed immediately upon return to work. Ensure your supervisor or manager is informed if you are unable to report for work. Use official communication tools like office telephone, email, or other communication media if acceptable, like WhatsApp, Viber, and others. Filing of overtime. Most companies require prior filing and approval of manager before overtime may be considered official and compensable. There are other regular policies that may include safety and health, anti sexual harassment, drug free environment policy, Data Privacy Act policy, and anti graft and corruption policies that you need to be aware of and follow. D. Key interactions at work. There are key principles to keep in mind as you interact with your office colleagues, customers, and other stakeholders. Here are some that are quite useful during conversations and other interpersonal interactions at work. First, communicate with respect and empathy. Be aware that your body language and tone of voice can say so much more than the words you actually articulate. Then there's listening. Listen. Take note that you do not overtalk the other person. Keep an open mind. People are different and are alike in many ways. Respect differences in opinions and beliefs. Diversity is good and provides opportunity for creativity and innovation. Next, be authentic. Respectfully disagree, using phrases like, I can see where you are coming from, but I feel differently though. Or another phrase like, with all due respect, I have a different take on the matter, will help you maintain a respectful exchange even when there are disagreements. Now let's talk about email and telephone etiquette. For emails, always have an introductory statement and a concluding statement. State your intent in the subject of the email. Have a formal way of addressing the person you're writing to, and add a formal signature with the company's contact details at the bottom. Here's a template for what an email should look like. But remember, an actual conversation can sometimes be a better option than an email, especially where understanding and agreement are crucial. Now let's go to phone calls. Always be polite and state your name and mention, "How may I be of help to you?" Once you finish discussing your agenda, check if there are any questions. Maintain a cordial tone throughout the entire call. When attending meetings. When you attend meetings, be on time and come prepared and participate in the discussion. If you are the one calling the meeting, it is good practice to inform participants of the agenda even before the actual meeting. Keep within the allotted time, being mindful that there may be other important matter that the participants will attend to immediately after. Take accountability. When you make mistakes, own it, but learn from it. Honesty is the best policy. Complete your work within the time frame given you. But when you get a sense that you might be failing, ask for help. Seek expert advice and inform your manager. He or she is usually the best person who can help you. On one meetings with your manager. Managers usually have one on one meetings with their people to give feedback for performance management, to coach or mentor, to explain tasks, or just for regular catch up to ensure people are performing and are engaged. If your manager does not practice this, take the initiative to request for regular meetings. It may be as short as 15 minutes every other week or once a month, but this is when you give updates of what you are doing or ask guidance and feedback. Document these meetings. This may come in handy as reference material for your annual performance review. Next, consider joining informal committees or activities in the workplace. Sports, corporate social responsibility programs, health or wellness committees, or other volunteer programs are good avenues for your personal interest or passion and provide great opportunity to deepen your social connections. As you gain more experiences, train for new additional skills, broaden your understanding of the business and the industry you're in, your opportunity to advance in your career also increases. Strive to remain professional, one that is seen as a future leader and can make a difference for himself